Welcome back to the Fresh Talk. We have one last episode for you this January. So we had two special guests, in case you missed it. We interviewed Dr. Kristen Spark and nutritionist Holly Braddock, and they gave us tons of
so much good
information,
just
mind-blowing information on how to sustain health in 2019. So we'd like to conclude this month by talking about each of our individual goals and our health plan, not only just about nutrition, but also about mental health and emotional health, just the whole package of what we already do in our daily lives and how we can really evolve that to make our routines better in 2019.
Yeah.
Do you want to start us off?
Yeah, I'll start because I just posted something about
Yeah, you
how
did.
I'm gonna
I loved that, by the
effort.
way.
Yes. Thank you.
That was amazing.
I figure if I
was
say
on the
it, I
toilet
have
while
to
I was
do
watching it, and I was like, I am so inspired by Jessie right now.
What is
so
it?
proud.
Yeah, what was
I
it?
didn't
It's
see
on our
it.
Instagram
I
story.
just posted like 5. Thanks for
Do
watching.
you know
By
what?
the way.
Save it to your highlights
kidding.
so that
Yes.
people can go and watch it.
Yes.
On the
Save
Fresh
it as,
Talk
like,
highlight.
2019
Yeah.
highlight or something.
I you know what? I was gonna recycle them for the Fresh Talk. So
Okay.
Yeah,
go
because
for
they
it.
were great.
Yeah, so I just posted like 5 things that I kind of want to be a little bit more mindful of going into the new year. None of them are about physical health because I'm probably not going to change too much. Maybe I'll eat more sauerkraut. Yeah, like I'll, figure that out.
Yeah.
But mostly I just, especially closer to the end of the year, started to feel really clustered mentally. So I'm just going to kind of scale back how much, like be more mindful of how much I'm working.
Yeah.
So time management is going to be a big thing for me. I'm only going to try to work within certain windows instead of being like
That's
8
big.
till 10 and then I'm like, oh, well, oops, there goes my day.
Right.
And then I don't eat. And then I'm going to start journaling and listening to more motivational stuff.
Love it.
And be nicer to myself because I'm
Yeah,
really mean to
amen.
myself and I think most
Good.
people are. So
I love that.
yeah,
That internal
so-
voice.
Yeah,
That's
and I
true.
talk to myself a lot, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
say nice things.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's all I can remember, which is horrible because I know I've had 5 on that list. But
Those
yeah,
are-
just
it
like
was
little
wonderful.
things. It
Those
was
are-
a good one.
They're very
Yeah.
powerful. so-
Yeah, just like little things that are easy to kind of implement, hopefully.
And those make the
We'll
biggest
see.
changes sometimes
Yeah.
because when you
Yeah.
have unrealistic goals,
Exactly.
those never really go anywhere. When you
Yeah.
have this, or sometimes they do, but when you have the
Yeah.
smaller goals,
It
those
leads you to a bigger
exact-
goal. Yeah,
Exactly.
and it might not be one you knew you had.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love that,
Insightful.
Jessie.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice.
So proud.
I know.
No, don't.
Cher is like on the brink of crying, and it's all my fault again. Why do we sit beside each other? All I do is make you cry, apparently.
I don't know.
I told a sad story, that's why Cher's cheering up. On a happier note, what's 2019 looking like for you?
Okay, so the first 4 months of 2019, still growing a human.
Baby will still be in the oven, yeah.
Yeah, and I took with my midwife, they group us together with other ladies due in April.
Yep.
How genius is that?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Share the
So,
journey. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Share the journey.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Oh gosh. So yeah, this class we all got together and the midwife talked to us about nutrition while you're pregnant.
Fitting, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yes, that's right.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna try to follow that and just make sure I'm eating well because I feel like if I'm eating well, it'll help my mental state as well, especially what Holly and Kristen just taught
Yeah.
us this month is
Yeah.
they're very much connected.
Oh,
Yeah.
Your gut and your brain.
absolutely.
Yeah, and I'm gonna need some energy.
Yeah.
Come April, I'm told that
Push out a baby.
it's gonna take some effort.
Okay.
So that's one thing. Definitely just watch my diet.
Yeah.
And then after the baby comes, I'm obviously going to want to eat healthy and eat enough because
Yeah.
I'm planning on breastfeeding and everything. But I really want to focus on my mental health. Like the stories that I hear about
Yeah.
friends who gave birth or parents that didn't know what postpartum
No
depression
idea.
was.
It's real.
And
Yeah.
it's just unbelievable how alone people feel and
Yep.
they stay alone and then they wonder if this is normal
Yep.
or not and they don't know what to do. So I really just want to focus on my mental health and try to remember that, you just do the best you can.
Yep.
And nobody's perfect and no baby's
No.
perfect.
Nope.
And you just kind of got to take a deep breath,
Yep.
roll with the punches,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So
I love
I think
that.
a lot of moms put pressure on themselves.
Big
Well,
time.
society does.
Society
It's not just
makes
you.
them feel,
We're
yeah.
brought up that
Moms
way.
put pressure on themselves because maybe they feel pressure. It's
Yeah.
dual. It's
Yeah.
both, definitely,
Yeah.
because we need to recognize that if no one can make you feel a certain way,
Yes.
you can
You
only,
willingly
you
let it
control-
in. Yes.
Yeah, so
yeah.
if you're letting that pressure get to you, you need to figure out a way to
Yeah.
get rid of that pressure.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a big thing.
And it's
Awesome.
baby number one. So
Yeah.
it's a lot of new
Yeah.
and scary. So I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are great.
Robin or Kiki?
I will not be having a child in 2019. Surprise! I will be there supporting you through
Yeah.
the first fresh baby.
We're all gonna be in the
Yes!
We're all gonna be in the delivery
We'll do
room.
it Insta live.
Yeah. You'll be my photographer.
Oh yeah.
Do you want those
Yes.
pictures? Because I'll be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be above the waist.
We will know each
Yes,
other
okay.
real well
Yeah.
after that.
Maybe you don't want them right away, but there will be a point where you're probably
Yeah.
going to be grateful.
I've noticed a lot of
Yeah.
people do that
capturing
now.
those moments.
Oh,
like
we can
delivery
play a
photography.
part. You
Yeah.
can do the photography.
I'll be folding
I'll,
the
like,
linens.
stretch you out and do your physical therapy.
I feel like
before you give
We've
birth.
talked this is part of Cher's birth plan.
You can organize.
My midwife's gonna ask me for my birth plan. I'm just gonna be like, watch the fresh
The
stuff.
fresh five will
Yeah.
be
It's
there.
on there.
Yeah.
They'll take care of it.
Oh my goodness.
Anyways.
Anyways, yes, being a supportive friend to new moms. I think maintaining mental health for me is still a big one always. Like the littlest things, like drinking water, staying hydrated. I've learned a lot about the correlation between dehydration and anxiety.
Yeah.
Which when you say it like that is so simple, but until somebody really like spelled it out for me, I was like, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Things like staying hydrated, staying fit, diet, especially living through a reno, which I will still be for a long time. It's really easy to cop out and get pre-made stuff or go pick something up, and then you feel sluggish and you don't feel like yourself. I like my cooking, and I don't have my kitchen right now, so a little part of me feels like dead inside because I haven't exercised, like using my oven and
Yeah.
baking. But just speaking to, like, obviously postpartum is its own entity that deserves a light shone right on it, but talking things out and staying on top of it as
Yeah.
opposed to waiting for something
Yep.
shitty to come up and then being like, how am I going to deal with this?
Yeah.
Which I've learned over the last few years, but just staying on top of things, so staying ahead of the game as much as possible.
Yeah.
That's the goal for 2019.
That's great. So I guess my goal is to listen to my body more because I feel like that just guides me in every aspect of life.
Yeah.
I've been really good this year about trying to work less and do
Yeah.
things for enjoyment more. But that's really hard in retail between like September to
Yeah.
December, and now I'm feeling kind of sick.
Yeah.
And then the new year, it just continues to be that fresh change where people want to overhaul their wardrobes and that kind of
Yes.
thing. So I've been really good about booking time off around bigger events. I need to, I think, do more because it's like a day off.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, maybe it's a day off in a
Yeah.
week, and that's not sustainable.
Yeah.
So trying to do things for me. You know, I mean, I used to, when the weather's nice, I would go for a bike ride with someone, but if I want to bike and no one's free, well, I'm still going to go on a bike ride.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I want
Yeah.
to go for a hike and no one's free. I'm still going to go hike.
Yeah.
And so if I would do that with someone else, why would I not do that for myself?
Yeah. Why not?
So I'm trying to really prioritize my needs. I feel like, as I was saying about society, like women are structured to please people.
Right.
Yeah.
We're trained to ignore the need to have a drink, eat, go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
and I also notice that because I get so excited about my work that sometimes I forget that. And even if it's like a good or bad thing, I want to try to listen to me because I'm letting my battery get low and then I get
Yeah.
sick. And so just listen to me more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all.
You've been doing a great job of that already.
Well,
so
thank you.
Yeah,
This year
I think
was a
so.
big change for you.
Thank you.
sure.
Yeah, and so I'm hoping to continue to make it better and then encourage people to do the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Love that.
Aisha.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have two like health related things and then one kind of more mental emotional health related goal. So I'll start off with sauna-ing.
That
I really, yeah,
Love it.
right?
Andrew's nodding. Andrew loves it.
So I've been reading like a lot of research studies on the benefits of being in
Yeah.
a sauna, and I kind of knew already just from like hearing people talk about it and knowing how many people do it and talk so highly of
Yep.
it. But I've been really delving more into the science behind it, and it's amazing. I go to Movati, and they have a sauna there, so I really want to make that a part of my routine in 2019. And also, I want to get back to Ayurvedic health, which is something I studied in school a bit. And I really feel connected, not only because of my ancestor roots with, like I have some Indian roots. I just feel so connected to my culture when I eat Indian food, but also it makes me feel so good having an Ayurvedic routine. So getting back to that and practicing that in 2019 is something I'd like
That's
to do.
so great.
Love that.
My boyfriend and I just did a Khichdi cleanse a few weeks ago, and yes, I have a boyfriend now.
We all just like got all goofy at it. We're like,
When's she gonna drop the bomb?
Well, hopefully he's still around by the time this episode airs.
I hope so too. Yeah, he's great. He's my neighbor. Anyway, so
I really
like
hope he stays
friends.
around.
yeah, sure.
gonna live next door to an ex.
I have hope. So
Positive vibes.
he's awesome.
Yeah.
So we did a Khichdi cleansing. Khichdi is this really big staple food in Ayurveda. It's just a dish made with rice and mung beans, and together it makes a complete protein. And when you eat it for a few days, you can reset your digestive system. And we tried it, and we both felt really great afterwards. So I'd like to do that probably on like a change of season basis.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, or some
Refresh.
sort of cleanse. Like maybe in the summer I won't do a Khichdi cleanse just because it is a heavy kind of warming food, like
Like
Kristen
we were
was
talking
talking
with
about. Exactly. But some sort of cleanse on a seasonal basis is something I'd like to implement.
That's great.
And also listening to more podcasts is something I've been doing lately.
So good.
Yeah,
I love
to-
podcasts.
Right? It's so easy when you're cleaning the house or putting on
Anything.
your
Put it
makeup
on.
or
Driving.
anything. You're
Yeah,
driving.
driving
All
is
I
great
do
if
when I
you've got
drive,
lots of
yeah.
driving to do. Plug in a podcast.
Yeah.
Can I just
Yeah.
pose a question? Would you
Yeah.
like the Fresh Talk to be a podcast?
True.
Yes, let us know. Yeah, I think we could make a great podcast.
Yeah.
out
Lord
of
knows
our
we can
audio.
talk.
We can talk.
How is Andrew going to turn my mic down in the podcast, though?
But yeah, just like keeping up with my own education of, well, not only podcasts, but I would also like to just stay connected with my field. Like everything's always changing in healthcare. And I feel like there are many healthcare professionals who don't keep up with like reading medical journals and reading recent research studies and continuing to like anatomy and physiology is like a language you can use.
Yes.
It.
Oh, yeah.
can
You got to
use it.
practice. Yeah.
Exactly. And I feel like there are unfortunately a lot of healthcare professionals who don't keep up with continuing to educate themselves, and they resort to older practices that don't necessarily always work, especially in like the allopathic route. Not that I'm trying to bash it. I do love I think Western medicine is great.
Yeah.
But yeah, so keeping myself educated within my field and continuing to evolve my practice as a professional is something I'd like to
That's
do
a
in
great
2019.
goal.
Yeah.
Maybe go back
Good
to
for
school.
you. Yeah, school I know is on your radar, so
at
that
the
could be
end
something
of
too.
2019, I think,
Nice.
like September.
Wow,
I think
yeah.
I'm gonna go back to school. So
Love
that's
exciting.
a big
it.
That
goal.
is exciting.
Yeah.
About that education.
Yep.
Lots of growth.
Yeah.
I've actually been just trying to go to the gym, just to sauna. If I don't feel like
I
working
think
out,
I need to, that's been on my mind too, actually. I think I need to incorporate that.
Why
And
don't
just,
we-
just relax, to just calm down.
yeah, let's,
Sauna date?
yeah, I'm thinking.
I cannot get that hot.
I don't think you should go to the sauna.
Sorry.
You can stand outside the door
And listen to her.
and listen to what we're talking
What are
about.
you guys talking about?
Yeah, I think
I
I need
didn't
to.
know
I
it
love
had
that.
benefits. I thought it was just like a fancy thing that
It's really great
was
for your
in
blood
country
pressure.
clubs
Yes,
that just
yeah.
trickled down
Just
to
a little bit of
your
it.
legs, you know?
It's really Scandinavian.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, no,
it's
I
like
did,
at the
like,
spa,
when I
right?
lived
Like in
in
Collingwood.
When I lived in
yeah,
Sweden,
that
like, I went
practice.
to those, like,
yeah. It's like
hot
the baths
baths.
thing
Yeah.
too. You
Oh.
do the cold and hot. You
Very
go in and
free.
out.
I know.
I love the spot.
Bathhouse.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah.
It's like heaven.
There's a place an hour away at the Millcroft. They have outdoor ones
yeah.
as well.
You can do your own scan.
I think that should be one of our retreats. Should we do one of our retreats there?
Let's have a Fresh 5 retreat.
Oh my gosh.
I love like the cold
Yeah.
tub and then the
Like the plunge where you like
Oh,
go
I,
in.
God,
I don't
it
do it. I'm
feels so
no, I'm a
good.
chicken.
It's good.
I love it.
I can't.
I've never done
No,
any
just
of
go
this.
to the gym. Like,
Well,
if you
we'll
have a
bring you. It's
sauna-
like it's life changing.
And then cold shower. Yeah.
You
Exactly.
just feel
Yeah.
fantastic.
Every
yeah.
weekend, do you guys want to go to the spa?
Yeah.
Because I need to go
I'm
for
up
it.
for that. I would love that.
You could even do like a facial in the sauna when your pores open. I've
Yeah.
done that
Oh, yeah.
before. Oh, it feels so good.
So good.
Yeah.
Just bring some like lemon water
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Sounds great.
in June.
Yeah. We'll wait.
Yeah.
I'll take you on a mum retreat.
Yeah.
I'll be lactating all over the sauna. It'll be a freaking disaster.
I can't.
But I will not care.
I didn't know this was a milk bath. Making a milk bath. Oh boy.
Goodness.
Well,
Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up, ladies.
ladies.
Okay, thanks for joining us this January. If you didn't see, we are at the Golden Mean still filming. But if you didn't see our previous episodes, they are really incredible.
Very
So
informative.
much
Yeah.
information, as we already mentioned. So please go check them out and give Dr. Kristen Spark and nutritionist Holly Braddock some love, because they are very knowledgeable in their fields. We'll see you in February.
Yeah.
Bye.
Over here, if you're wondering why we have our eye masks on, it's Laura from the 90-Minute Makeover.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.